Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps at number 17, Robert Venditti writing, and Ethan Van Sciver on art. Connor is the sole survivor of this book, so take it away.
Hey, it's been better in general. It's been pretty good. This is mostly dealing with the aftermath of the last issue, with Guy kind of being very beat up and Arkelo being taken to the cells with the other renegade yellows. And Guy talks about his logic was basically prison rules, where you go in, you beat up the toughest guy there and prove that, no, you follow my commands here. And that's basically it. It's his way of putting all the yellows in line, going, look, I can take out your boss with my bare hands.
That is the most Guy Gardner thing you can do.
It does sound like Guy. It sounds very Guy.
I love it.
It is, and I really appreciated that. And he knocked out one of Arkelo's teeth, one of the big fangs, and he gets given that as a trophy when he wakes up. But he goes and visits him in the cell, and he gives it him back, and he goes, look, I'm sure Saronic can reattach this, so here you go. And he goes, I'm looking forward to working with you. Because obviously that's the kind of thing at the minute where they're all teaming up. And he goes, all right, now that I've commanded your respect, essentially, he thinks that Arkelo will be like, fine, I'll grudgingly accept this and work with you. And once he follows, all the other yellows that are holding out will as well, is his logic. Which is, I don't know, that was pretty enjoyable. I'm digging the Guy stuff here. And there's a good bit of banter where they're all he's like in like a hospital bed, basically, and all the Earth Lanterns are there, the other three, and obviously John's the leader of the Corps now, so he's kind of giving him a bit of a lecture. And Hal's like, yeah, if he starts going off on you, just pretend to fall asleep. It'll be fine. Yeah. So it's kind of fun in that sense. It's really nice having all the Lanterns together again and just having banter, because I think that's what, like, before this run, Venditti stuff suffered from most, is when Hal was just off on his own, and Hal is obviously the weakest part of his entire cast.
Yeah.
So that was why that was the weakest part.
Here's a question, though. So the front cover of this book has Kyle in his Green Lantern uniform.
I was just about to get to that.
I'm deeply curious as to this.
Yeah, so that stuff with Guy takes up most of the front half of the issue. And then the back half is this. So the Guardians call up Kyle up to their little floating platform that they've got above Mogo. And St. Walker's there. Mm-hmm. And they're like, okay, we want you to do something. And Kyle has a bit of a chat with Hal. And they talk about how he's the only person to ever master all the emotions and become the White Lantern. He's the only one ever. And Hal says it's because he can create, and it's really hinting that he can create life, or at least another core or something. And Hal's talking about how he thinks Kyle is the greatest Lantern of all, because even though he is the best green and he can do things that no one else can do in the way he's connected to the willpower, Kyle can do things that no one can do with all of them. So he gets up there, and the Guardians are like, right, we're going to do this thing with St. Walker, and you're here, and we're going to do this resurrection. That's what they call it. And they touch, and there's this white lightning that comes out of Kyle, and it spreads into this... off Mogo, you see it shoot into space. This massive, just white lightning bolt. And then something goes wrong, seemingly. It just stops. It shorts out. And Kyle's just there on the floor. His white uniform is just gone. And this is where we get a tease of things in the rest of the universe. So we've got one bit of the Red Lanterns. You've got just them raging, because that's what they do.
That's what they do.
Yeah, red
exactly.
Rages, yes.
Yeah. But then it gets more interesting. So you have one of Flash, and he just says, something's not right. So... seeing as this was talking about resurrection, I wonder if this plays into the ending of the issue of Flash that we just had.
Are you thinking this is to do with Eobard?
I am wondering. I am wondering, because it's there's only 3 panels of this bit. We'll get to the third one in a second. But there's only 3 panels here. The red's kind of, okay, that makes sense to have that stuff in there. But Flash, it's very specific timing, this, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, but I don't know, that that page, because you let us know about this before.
Yeah.
With the Flash, there's blue and hope all over it.
Well, yeah, I wonder if that was just a nod to his
his blue ring.
Yeah.
Time and Blackest Night. I could see that.
Yeah. But I mean, with the stuff with Abar talking about, remembering Flashpoint, how because he died in Flashpoint.
Right.
I wonder if this is not quite a literal resurrection, but a resurrection of that personality, a resurrection of those memories.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too sure, but we'll see where that goes. And the third one is, I think it's the first time this book has overtly played into Rebirth. We see Mr. Oz watching, presumably this, because we see Kyle there on one of his monitors, and he just says so many questions. Like, this is beyond even him, is what it looks like. Which is very interesting.
Yes. Yeah.
But then after all that, his white ring splits into the 7 original rings, and they fly off to find replacements. But the green ring comes back to him, and he becomes just a Green Lantern again, which obviously you knew was going because it was on the front cover. But
well, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is cool. I like Kyle.
I mean, he's still my least favourite of the Lanterns, of those 4, but whatever.
Better than Guy.
No.
Come on.
Guy follows prison rules. That's it.
Well, it's a good job I know what Matt respects if I ever have to go into a fight with him.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you find the biggest guy, you take him out, nobody messes with you. I get it. Like,
yeah, it works, doesn't it?
Yeah. And I get why people don't like Guy, but, like, we have 6. We have 5 really great Human Lanterns. And I feel like Hal, who used to be my favorite, has taken a turn for the worse. So, you can make an argument for any of the Earth ones.
The thing with Guy is when he's like this, he's just a lot of fun to read.
Yeah.
It's very enjoyable, and it's hard not to have fun with that.
Yep.
So it makes it a really nice read when he's there doing this stuff.
Where's my Kilowog ongoing? That's what I want to know.
Oh, you're a Wog guy, huh?
He's not my favourite.
He's training up some of the rookie yellows, getting them up to scratch.
You got to get those poozers in line.
Exactly.
Hey, that's actually not a bad idea for a book. You do like a school book where he's training these yellow lanterns, and you call it Kilowog and the Sinestro Corps. Do
you know what I'd actually love is a spin-off series of, like, every issue, or even if you do an arc, you pick a different team. Like what Green Lantern Corps could be, really. And focus on
that was
partnership.
When Tomasi was writing it, that was kind of where it was before he took over.
Yeah.
But it was just around Guy. It was kind of Guy's book, and it was different elements of the Corps. And I liked it a lot. And then Tomasi got his hands on it, and I liked it even more. But yeah, I could definitely see that. Just a GLC book that did that.
Yeah, and in this case, each arc or each issue focus on one green and one yellow pairing and go, right, this is their whatever mission they're on. It doesn't have to be a big, massive missions, but just have fun with that.
Yeah, it could almost not even need to have its own kind of like long form, like ongoing story. They could all be like kind of standalone
anthologies.
Yeah.